If you've ever wondered how to spend one perfect day in Tokyo, this is it. We've only got one more day left in Japan, and we're determined to make it count. From sushi for breakfast to the neon lights of Shibuya, we're chasing moments that define this city. The food, the culture, and a bit of beautiful chaos. At the end, we'll share what we've learned on this trip to Tokyo and Japan as a whole.
Hello from the Tsukiji Fish Market. This is unfortunately our last full day here in Tokyo. And actually I say it's our last day in Tokyo, it's our last full day in Japan.
I don't think I've been sadder for the end of a trip.
We've got a lot planned for today, so we're gonna make the best of it, and I'm excited to see what's inside this fish market.
Tsukiji Market has a little bit of everything, but we're hoping to find one thing in particular. Now we're getting somewhere.
This is the egg omelet that I've been excited to try, and it's only 200 yen, so I figure I have to. And it's piping hot. You know what I just realized now? There's no soy sauce. Okay, flip over here. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to eat this. I always feel like I'm in the way in Japan. Ooh. It's good. It's got a subtle sweetness. It's like a little bit fishy to me. Honestly, I like the ones that are sushi better. I think I'm just like a cheap restaurant kind of girl, which is a little bit embarrassing, but I can't help what I like.
See what you mean.
Now we know?
Now we know.
So as you can see, this is a very, very bustling market. There are a lot of tourists and vendors and pigeons everywhere. It is a really fun time, but definitely very crowded. And I will say the prices are pretty high. We were in Hiroshima and we found oysters for I think it was like 300 yen, and they're selling these for 1,000, which is a huge uptick. That being said, they look delicious, they're huge, but I think for our budget, we're gonna maybe pass. So we found some sushi. We got 5 pieces of nigiri for 800 yen. We only know what a couple of these are. We know what the shrimp is, the tuna, and the salmon. There's 2 mystery ones. So we're gonna basically each kind of pick the one that we want, and then I guess whoever's last gets stuck with the last one. Oh, you're gonna eat the unknown?
Yeah.
Aww. Might be your favorite fish ever.
Might be.
Oh, interesting. Maybe red snapper?
Maybe. Itadakimasu.
Is it good?
It's incredibly good. So fresh.
Oh, nice. Okay. So there is our salmon.
Better than kura sushi?
Yeah. I wonder if that's fugu. I doubt it. Oh, interesting. Good? There's my little scrimp.
Little scraps. I can have the tail.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Some tuna?
Itadakimasu.
The 3 different people. Some, yeah.
It's so much better.
Yeah, 3 pieces.
Man. We're gonna get out of here because I don't want to take up this table for too much longer. This is a really cool fish market though. It's the world's largest, which I didn't realize until I got here, and it's been around since 1935. I would recommend coming earlier than we did. We came at about noon and it is packed, but well worth the visit. This is delicious.
Yeah. We had a theory that because the hot tip is to come early, that everybody who's not on our tour would come early, everybody who's on a tour would come a little later than that, and maybe everybody would leave to go get lunch by around this time. Yeah, nope. Okay, on to the next place. So I know we said we were about to get out of this place, but then Ashley said they have fried food. So we're on a little side quest to go get a fried tempura shrimp piece thing.
Are you happy you got your fried shrimp?
Yes. Very good.
Is it? Okay. It's not too shrimpy? Doesn't want to spin.
That's good. Hold on, this isn't the right soundtrack. Okay, that's better. This is Akihabara, also known as Electric Town, because after World War II, it became the place to buy household electronics in Tokyo. Then as tech evolved, so did Akihabara. By the 80s and 90s, it became the center of Japan's gaming, anime, and otaku culture. So today, Electric Town isn't just about the lights and the gadgets. It's about the electric mix of technology, pop culture, and chaos that makes Akihabara what it is. I could spend all day here looking at all the figures and manga books, dreaming of filling all of the real estate on a desk in a house that we don't own yet. But Ashley gets super bored in these kinds of places, so we're gonna get out of here. Just kidding, we're taking the metro. Our next stop is Meiji Jingu Shrine. Time to figure out how to get there, and for that, we need data that actually works while we travel. We've been using SimLocal while traveling through Japan, and it's honestly made getting around Tokyo so much easier. eSIMs are great because having data right when we land means no hunting for airport Wi-Fi or lining up for an overpriced local SIM at the airport kiosks. SimLocal partners with the best local networks like au here in Japan, so coverage has been strong everywhere, even in the metro or the top of Tokyo Skytree. Their plans are super affordable too, often less than $1 per gigabyte, which is crazy compared to what we used to pay. They've got over 220 destinations covered with options from small data packs to real unlimited plans with up to 10 gigabytes of full-speed data per day. And unlike some eSIMs, you can use your phone as a hotspot to tether to your laptop for no extra charge. Setup took about 5 minutes and support's available by chat, WhatsApp, or email if you ever need it. Plus, they've got a full refund policy, so there's zero risk. If you're traveling soon, stay connected and explore like a local. Grab your eSIM using this QR code or through the link in our description and use our code Mike and Ashley to save up to 5%. Thank you to SimLocal for sponsoring this video. Now, let's go find some peace and serenity.
We're here at the entrance to the Meiji Jingu Shrine. Is that correct? Meiji Jingu? Jingu?
Jingu?
Jingu? Jingu?
Meiji Jingu.
Meiji Jingu. We're here at the entrance to the shrine and it is beautiful. The actual torii gate itself is huge and it's so impressive. But then you immediately go into this like covered forest, and something that Mike and I didn't realize was that we haven't seen a whole lot of trees in Tokyo. And so this is just literally a breath of fresh air and something that we didn't realize we were missing until we got here.
As soon as we walked up, I was like, wow, I remember trees.
Yeah.
I remember what trees feel like. This is insane. This canopy is just dense. This tree is massive.
They're huge.
Yeah, well, I guess it is 2 trees.
Yeah, but that one's just 1 tree, I think, and that one's huge. So beautiful.
This is an incredible shrine. The walk up is peaceful. There's a good breeze and good vibes, and a very sad child.
These 2 trees are known as Myoto Kusu, which means husband or wife, and they're a symbol of happiness and marriage, which is really, really cool.
Yeah, we should get our photo taken in front of them.
We should.
This place is gorgeous. It is a beautiful escape from the hustle and bustle of Tokyo, and just nice to breathe in some fresh air. The temple grounds are just immaculate. You can see why it's so popular. There's a bunch of parks in Tokyo, and I'm sad that we didn't get to visit more of them, but I feel like if you're gonna visit one shrine, this is the one to come to. So this is Yoyogi Park, and it's only a 6-minute walk away from Meiji Shrine, so if you're checking Meiji Shrine out, you just have to come here. Apparently this is where the Tokyo locals come to just let loose and have a good time. It's a beautiful park, there's tons of walkways, food trucks, a little shop where you can just grab a snack and find a bench and just, I don't know, hang out and enjoy the scenery. And it's such a beautiful day, we couldn't not check this place out.
Takeshita Street in the middle of Harajuku, and yeah, what do you think about it?
It's very, very busy. Lots and lots of shopping. So if you're into like vintage shops and cafes and souvenirs and little cute plushies, this is definitely your place. It's like the center of like youth in fashion, from what I understand.
It's very kawaii.
Very kawaii?
Very cute.
Yeah, for sure. We're not shopping people, but I feel like you had to come see it. We were right in the same area. It's in the same area as everything else we've just been at.
There's so much cute stuff.
It's definitely not my choice of venue for enjoying a day, but I feel like we kind of got to see everything. When you hear about a place, you can only envision what it is. And seeing it makes just so much of a difference. It brings it all into reality. This is like your Akihabara.
Yes, exactly. I did not like Akihabara. You loved it. I love this. You do not.
This is the thing I'm starting to learn about Tokyo. There is something for everyone here. Whatever you're into, whatever your fancy, Tokyo's got you covered. So right now we're in the middle of the Shibuya Scramble, which is the world's largest, busiest, and arguably most popular crosswalk. I've never seen a crosswalk be a tourist attraction before, but we all know about this one. How many more times do you want to do it?
Well, we've already done it I guess we've only done it twice.
Yeah.
Maybe once more.
Okay. If you're on a budget and you're in Tokyo, this is a free thing to do. So, it's definitely a good way to kill about 15 minutes. Walking back and forth 100 times really works up an appetite, so that can only mean one thing. This is Ichiran, a Japanese classic serving up delicious tonkatsu ramen. First, you select what you want on the screen, then the machine will spit out 20 little slips of paper. Customize your ramen on the order sheet, and then you can head to your private booth.
We always try to be too hipster, so we do the hipster things first. This is so fun. I'm a tourist, and I like touristy things.
This is so cool. We should have come to so many more Ichirans. Ashley being a creep.
I'm an introvert, and Ichiran is like an introvert's dream. I'm in this tiny little booth. Mike's right next to me, so he's not too far away, but I don't have to look at anybody. I don't have to talk to anybody. I like people, but I'm an introvert, so this is like perfect. Yeah, I've got this amazing bowl of soup, and then I've got this little egg here, and they've got like a disclaimer that if it's too dark, it's still good quality, so I'm curious to see what this thing looks like, but this is such a fun experience. I'm probably making so many people mad with how I open this egg, but I don't care. Let's try this Ichiran. Looks so good. It's good. I think I like the blue bucket place in Fukuoka better.
I love tonkatsu ramen. It's porky, it's rich, it's spicy. Try this char siu. The char siu, I think, might be cooked better than any char siu I've ever had.
That's what I was gonna say. The ramen's like pretty good, but the char siu is like the best that we've had.
100%, I couldn't agree more. The ramen is pretty good. It is. I think it's better than pretty good. I'd rate it like maybe like a 7.5, but the char siu is 10 for sure. It's so well cooked. I would have been so bummed if we hadn't been able to come to Ichiran. That would have been a huge fail on our part. They always try to find something that's not the obvious place. But sometimes the obvious place is obvious for a reason. And I think that's the case with Ichiran. This is delicious. We're gonna eat. Itadakimasu. I can't think of a better way to end our last day here than with a delicious bowl of ramen. Tokyo is unlike any city we've ever visited before. It's massive, quirky, endlessly entertaining, and our time here was far too short. We learned a few things about exploring Tokyo on this trip. First, you should absolutely give yourself at least 5 days here to account for all there is to do. You could spend a whole day in each district and still not even scratch the surface. And make sure you plan your trip at least a month or two out, because there were so many things that we weren't able to do just because they were already booked out. This trip in Japan was a whirlwind for us. We typically spend at least a month in most countries we visit, but we were only here for 2 weeks. Not only that, we made a choice to cover way more ground than we realistically should have in the amount of time we had allotted. But because of this, we're leaving with a lot of insights that we may not have learned otherwise. For starters, we did it backwards. If we could do this trip all over again, we'd opt to start in Tokyo and finish our trip in Fukuoka. It just makes more sense that way. We'd also try to stick to a smaller, more manageable area, giving us more time in each location so we could really dig into what places have to offer and account for the weather. Lastly, we think that some of the lesser visited places don't get the credit they deserve. Everyone goes to Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto on their trips, but often overlook places like Hiroshima, Fukuoka, and Nagasaki. Sure, they're pretty out of the way of the Golden Triangle, but if you give them a chance, we think you'll have an amazing time like we did. So this finishes up our 2-week trip in Japan. If this video is the first time you're finding us, then you can watch the whole series by clicking the playlist here. Subscribe to follow us for more travel videos and adventures, and we'll see you in the next one.